You're welcome today to our live charts. Yeah, how has it been? Did you have fun today? Is your day just starting? Um, where are you tuning in from? From which country? From which corner and part of the world? I know your side is great and you are having fun. Yeah, for my community, for my people that are looking forward to study abroad, yes, we will have an interesting class. It's well timed together to discuss about our premium package. Yes, you need this premium package because I'm not letting you. I'm not letting you handle. I'm not letting you handle this whole journey, this heavy lifting by yourself, because in time past, people that uh, approached it as a DIY project, do it yourself projects, they have not, if they are 100, uh, just 89 or 90%, um, 89 or 90% come back complaining they missed out somewhere or the other. They have to regroup again for next year. They keep complaining that it didn't work out, it didn't work out. So yeah, no matter what videos tell you, um, no matter what they tell you, sorry, let me get to this. No matter what they tell you on YouTube videos, you understand. No matter what you hear, don't give a damn about all that. You understand? Don't give a damn about all that, because I'm not sure you'll be able to understand all the compliance traps with your applications. So if you have issues with your applications, sorry about that. If you have issues with your application, all the money you have spent, nobody's going to refund you. So why are you going to waste money that you know that nobody's going to refund you, and you waste it carelessly? You understand? And it's not up to what you pay for your premium package, so that you will get professional guidance, professional help. You understand? So the best thing you have to do is let somebody who is a professional in this case handle it for you. You understand? And that's why we are here. Yes, we offer that premium package, yeah, for study abroad and scholarships. Yes, from next week, I might try to bring you a lot of scholarships out there, even the ones you don't know there is. Yeah, I'll try to bring it on screen and read it out for you. You understand? I can even give you links where to look up some. You understand? But this scholarship is not just when you see scholarship, you start applying. You may not get it because it's not tailored to your it's not tailored to your needs. It's not tailored to your documents. It's not tailored to whatever you may have. You understand? So there are scholarships for science students. There are scholarships for tech people. There are scholarships for a lot of individuals, different categories, different criteria. You understand? So when we are working with people that don't even have an idea of where next to click regarding their application, we first of all get their documents. You understand? When we get their documents, we evaluate the documents and we get their objectives. What is your plan? Where are you going? Which is your target country? And we understand all these their we understand from their persona what they really need. You understand? So we draw a support package on how to help them. Yes, we draw a serious support package on how to help them. So a lot of people that work with us, we found out that they started having this problem all the way from their CV. Their CV is not even ATS friendly. You understand? So in a short while, I'll tell you what is ATS friendly. Yes, I will tell you what are some because I can't cover all in this broadcast. So some visa compliance laws, you understand, and what happens to a generic SOP. So in a while, I'm going to get down to that and handle it. So it's very crucial that you let someone who knows uh, how to handle these things. Like our trained staffs are compliance specialists. They are all compliance specialists. They can handle these traps. They handle these potholes and make sure that you don't need to fall into them. You understand? So if you're just joining us, you're welcome to the program. This is Ziggy on screen with you. Yes, we are here to discuss the premium package we have for study abroad and scholarships. Yes, our package pivots, optimizes, evaluates every document that you have in your hand and make sure you get the end result you are looking for. You don't need to keep coming and going. You understand? Because we are there for you. We're there to, yeah, stand in gap for you, because before any booking, before your transcript and everything is being sent, your CV is being sent to the university, we are going to thoroughly and professionally, evaluate it. We are going to handle it one after the other. You understand? And give you end-to-end support package. You understand? So we edit your SOP, we'll make sure that you are good to go. I've told you it's an international stage. A lot of people are vying for the same opportunity you are vying for. A lot of people from different countries all over the world. Yes, a lot of people are looking for the same opportunity. And for instance, you are not prepared. Of course, you'll be drawn by the noise. You'll be drawn by the noise. You've catch your CV heading to rejection piles every other time. You understand? So, what if you've paid application fees and your visa traps you? You understand? You didn't obey or understand some compliance laws that has to do with visas, and with your admission letter in your hand, you have missed that year. I don't know, such things wouldn't make you happy. I am very, very sure about that. Such things will make you happy. You'll be sad because you've spent money now. You spent money, and all this money, they're not refundable. So this time around, instead of risking it again and even risking a 10 years ban from your favorite country, to really work with you. Give us the opportunity to work with you. Yeah, sorry about that. It was a network glitch. The weather is too low. The weather is too low over here, and it's messing with my network. Okay, hope you can hear me. Hi, you are welcome to this program. This is premium package for study abroad and scholarship. You are on screen with Ziggy. Yeah, thank you so much. You're welcome. Yeah, we're going to have a good time talking about the scholarship because I'm sure you are getting something. I am so sure. You know why? Because it's certain. There are plenty. So there's no how you won't get something. And with the way we are going to work with you, you are going to get something for yourself. So are you ready? Are you ready to play on international stage? So yeah, my people are always ready. So I will have to give you the good guidelines that will help you avoid compliance traps. You know what I hate about something sometimes is when someone is seriously moving with a plan. You are seriously moving with your vision. You are pursuing it. And then all of a sudden, unexpectedly, what you did not plan for, what you didn't expect, gets in your way. You understand? So it's painful. It shatters all the efforts you have made earlier. You understand? So uh, I don't like that. It's not pleasant, before someone can build up because it's mind now. You use mind to do all these things, or isn't it? It's not it's not power. It's spirits, you have to gather your spirits around, and the spirit keeps moving your body even when you are tired, you don't want to do, but because of what your soul is desiring, what your spirit is desiring, you keep moving on with your vision. Isn't that true? It happens. It's what happens. So when you now meet a problem like that in your way, some people will dump their plans to study abroad. There some people will say, without this can't I become somebody? Some kind of unnecessary decisions to console the heart, comes starts coming up. So you found out that you have benched a major plan for your vision. You have just benched a major route for your vision. So, but I don't want you to be that type of person that benches your routes, benches a major route towards your vision. Instead, I'm here to tell you there are ways and means to achieve these things. Is working with a professional compliance specialists. That's what our staffs are. They are well trained to from your CV. They start recognizing faults and how to go about it. So I want you to avail yourself the opportunity to work with us. In our portfolio, we have school matching. We help you get suitable scholarship for you. Yes, because I told you there are many scholarships out there, but we can get you a suitable scholarship if you don't have grades. Yes, not everybody does good in getting all these grades. There are people that are very good with grades, okay? Then there are people that are good with industrial work. So if you have this industrial experience and probably no grades, we'll have a way to find suitable scholarship, suitable destinations. You understand? We may skip the traditional routes, for merit CVs. We may skip that and look for something that's designed for you. You understand? It's not just your grade layout or your, yes, your CV layout that's the problem. It's getting someone that has the secret or a means of navigating through all this, and pivoting your industrial experience at the very top, so that the review committee can see you are the right candidate for their opportunity. So it boils down with working with professionals like us. I don't want to sound salesy, but it's a fact. You will need somebody to help you optimize all this CV, your SOP, your this thing, and bring up your your industrial experience, your leadership potential, your workplace metrics, and equate them to academic value metrics. So all these things will need to be done, and need to be done well and professionally, so that it can get attention from the review committee. So um let's do something practical. Are you ready? Yes, let's do something practical. Send me your GPA and your target country. I'll be able to tell you immediately if you qualify for a fully funded scholarship. Yes, I'll be able to find something for you immediately on screen. Yes, we have that database. So there are so many compliance problems that people fall in and out when trying to process their documents. Okay, yeah. Under visa compliance traps, we have dumping of massive funds. You get a relation to support you, okay, and they now dump a sum into your account, and you are rushing the next number of days to go and print out that bank statement and go and show the visa or immigration officer. The immigration officer don't just look at the papers on the amounts on the bank statements anymore. They are not He's not interested in that. Okay, he is going to he's going to look up for the bank history. He's going to look up for the bank history. He doesn't care what you have there on the paper. He's going to do a research and look up for the bank history. Is there a history supporting this amount? Why is this amount here? Can you provide an asset sales certificate or receipt? Is there something you can provide that will explain that amount of money? And when he has looked up and checked the documents, there is nothing there, he will instantly refuse your visa application, because under unexplained seized money is a flaw. Do you get that? Is a big flaw, and is going to dump your application. All the money you have spent, your health surcharges, and all that, everything will go to waste. Everything will go to waste. You will not be able to uh, use them anymore, because the money is non-refundable. So your application fees you paid in the university all will go to waste. You understand? Because there is a flaw with your formatting. You understand? So that's not the only reason. Some people get a corporate company owned by a distant relative as a financial sponsor, and they can't even provide an affidavit of sponsorship that will legally link it back to the sponsor. They'll just go ahead and be doing whatever they like. Yes, after listening to one or two, I'm not saying it's bad to listen to all this advice here and there. You understand? It's good to seek for advice, but make sure you are getting the right information. Make sure that what you are hearing can be applied uh, uh, physically. Yeah, in the main scenario, yeah, in life events it can be applied. That is very, very important. Don't go and gather informations and start a DIY project. At the end of the day, you will bag 10 years ban from your favorite country. I don't want you to have that. So there are so many compliance laws. If you also deposit minimum amounts required in local currency, your local currency, you now deposit a minimum amount. Let's say your local currency is naira. Okay, you now deposit the amount in naira. Nobody say you shouldn't deposit it, but remember, forex will come for you. It will come for that money, especially is the minimum amount. And by the time 28 days is over, that money is not complete. Is also a problem. You understand? So these are what we intercept when we look at what you have, things you have done in your process. We found that we'll be able to find out if there is a pit hole you have, or compliance trap you have entered. We'll find a way to halt it. You find a way to intervene. You understand? So these are the things we do. They are the things we do to make sure that people people working with us get everything they need. People working with us get everything they need. Yeah. So that is just a few of the visa compliance traps. A few. There are more. You understand? Maybe our subsequent classes, I'll have to bring to our attention the more compliance traps that people do encounter. These are just a few, with money issues, with affidavits, and all that. There are a lot of compliance traps that people encounter, but these are usually so common. Yeah, people are readily going to deposit large sum of money, you know, after paying their tuition, or if they are not even paying tuition, they're going with scholarship. The living expenses that is required, they start to look for where to collect that amount of money and deposit. You understand? Causing problem here and there. So it's a very big problem. In our advisory framework, we make sure that you don't encounter that kind of problem. Instead, we'll halt the visa booking and make sure that you do the right thing. And whichever money you are depositing will have to stay 28 consecutive days for UK, for other countries, 3 to 6 months. Are you there? Thank you. So if your uh, academic resume, if your academic resume is not ATS friendly, it could also be flagged. Okay, we ask Ziggy, what's the AT? What do you mean by being ATS friendly? The ATS requires single column, but most times most CV we see are double column. You understand? A lot of drawings, a lot of icons, a lot of images are on the CV. And ATS does not read all these things. It considers it a scrambled text. So when you have really done all this drama over your CV, the ATS can't even read it. It will consider it right from the onset. It considers it as a scrambled text. Your CV is not even good. Are you getting me? your CV is not even good. That is the very initial stage you start having problem. You understand? So um you got to be careful about that. You got to be careful about that because nobody is going to pity you. Yeah, a lot of people put images. No need for image. Don't put your leave the image. Let it stay there. You can use it on your portfolio. Some people accept images on portfolio. You can go put your image on your portfolio. Put, yeah, that beautiful face on your portfolio, but please leave it away from your CV, especially if it's going to go through ATS. Okay, so and so or icons. Yeah, instead of writing uh email, you go to elements and start looking for email symbols and all that, icons. You understand? You now come and put it. The ATS will not be able to read it. You'll be looking for your email. Your email is not there. You put the icons for what do they call it again? Phone number. It's looking for your phone number, is not there. Your CV is incomplete. Okay, the rest of the thing you have put them in double column. Double column, and the ATS will be like, what is this? Is a scrambled eggs? Yeah. Did I talk like a robot? Maybe I'm talking like a robot. Is a scrambled eggs. It will shift it into rejection pile. So I'm not happy it's happened. Yeah, but knowledge sharpens you well. Knowledge sharpens you better. Okay. So if you're just joining us, you're welcome to this premium package study abroad and scholarship class. Yes, we just covered documents optimization, and I know this looks like a mountain of work. That's why our team offers end-to-end support services. We do the heavy lifting for profile evaluation to visa prep. From your profile evaluation to visa prep. So I want you to reach out to us through this channel and we'll help you to get on track. Yes, we're a professional team, so professional team that will help you uh, be on track. So we have limited slots available for these cohorts. You understand? It's limited slots. Universities have limited slots. The scholarships have limited slots. So as well, you wouldn't expect we wouldn't have, yeah, limited slots. We have limited slots. So first come, first serve. So if you are interested in this service, please be the first to arrive this period, and you will get the clean water, no busied professionals. You will be given the best person to work with. So that is how it is. That is how it is. So you are welcome again and again. So we worked with so many people, as you know. If you go to our website, you will see reviews. There are plenty reviews over there. Yes, there are plenty reviews over there. So let's talk about some case studies, because if I'm discussing case studies with you, I, I feel like you'll be able to understand, appreciate the services we bring for you. You understand? But if I keep talking and talking, at a point I'll start sounding salesy, and which is not right. I am not trying to. peg you for a sale. No, I'm here to avail you the opportunity to do the right thing that will favor you. That's a broad movement that has been stuck for years. It's been stuck for years. You keep going and coming back because it never works. One or two things never comes together. So here you have people that will hold these things together for you. Yes, you see people that will evaluate all your profiles, everything, and give you the best results. So if you are ready, you are welcome to this channel. You are welcome. Please, you are so welcome. So let's talk about David. David is a case study anyway. So he received an unconditional admission letter for an MBA program, fine, in the United Kingdom. So he had the personal funds ready to 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 present to his account and print the account, but I see he didn't understand visa compliance laws. Yeah, he was going to dump the money and come back and print it in a 2 days or 3 days time. So yeah, that was all. That was his a plan. So and also that would have triggered an instant visa refusal. It have triggered an instant visa refusal. So like, um, David, please, you need to halt that visa booking. So we intervened in his visa booking and had him uh, wait. Yes, and we enforced a mandatory 28-day consecutive holding rule. We enforced that law. Yeah, it's required by UK visa. I've always told you that your season money must sit down in the account for 28 days. Is that clear? It must sit down in the account for 28 days without the barest minimum. If you dare to put barest minimum, be ready for Forex news. Yeah, Forex is going to happen to it. So we make sure whatever you are putting has a threshold. You understand? It will have what? A threshold. So all these things are what our advisory framework handles the support services that we offer. You understand? So we drafted to that effect that money he was bringing, because it was with his uncle that is going to he's got that money. It's not for his salary slips. It's not for from his asset sales. There is nothing he has sold or done, yeah, that will give history of how that money came to be. So it was gotten from his uncle. So what we did, we drafted a bulletproof affidavit of sponsorship and legally linked the corporate entity back to his primary sponsor. Yes, we linked the primary entity. Uh, sorry, we linked the corporate entity back to his primary sponsor with clear tax documentation. Yes, the outcome is that his visa was approved on the first attempt with 0 processing days. This is the style I like. It's the style I like. You get approved immediately. So that was what David got. He got approved immediately. So it goes, it happens, with sorry, it happens with you working with professionals. Yes, they'll be able to find out what is wrong at a particular time, and what is going to, they can even pre-inform you what is going to happen if you take this document to immigration. And when you get there, you find out that everything they told you happened. So if you listen to us and work honestly with us, of course, we'll help you avoid problems here and there. Okay, that was David. That was David. Okay, let's take let's take this question. Yeah, before we continue, let's take this question. What what does season money mean when presenting a bank statement to immigration? What does season money mean when presenting a bank statement to immigration? Okay, listen here. I just explained it from David's case. Yes, I just explained it, but let me explain it again in case you didn't get what I meant by season money. Is the required proof of funds that sits that sits securely in that your bank account. Yes, is that proof of funds that sits securely in your bank accounts. You understand? Yeah, for the legally mandated period without wild fluctuation or sudden or massive lump deposits. You understand? So that amount of money will need to sit in the bank account for some time, and that they have holding rules which are either 28 days or 3 to 6 months for other countries. So it depends on where you are headed, your target country. So that will determine your holding rule for that amount. You understand? These are proof of funds. Sorry. So are you just joining us? You are welcome. This is premium package, premium package for study abroad and scholarship. So that money needs to sit down there, and that's what is called season money. That money that is going to sit down in that account for 28 days without fluctuation is that season money you are talking about. So you have to look out for uh, a massive deposit right before printing. You don't need to go and print immediately you send in money. You are rushing the next few days to go and print. No, no, no. Is if you print it like that, it turns to unexplained season money. But the money now is season money. You understand? So we are going to back it up with a lot of legal documents and tax clearance so that it wouldn't come in to visa evaluation and come back. Yes. So are you with me? If you're with me, comment flights. Yes, comment flights so that I will know that you are enjoying the class. Yes, I need to know that you are understanding the whole scenario the way I am, the way I'm saying it. So we've answered 2 questions. Let's see if the third one will arrive before we get to another case study. Yes, yes, I like talking about these case studies because it helps you to see clearly our work, our pattern. You understand? You'll be able to appreciate how we work. Okay, you'll be able to appreciate how we work. Yes, so how we work is very, very simple and strategic and fears, because we must get what you need. So, Amara, this is a case study with us. She came to us, with a Amara from Nigeria. She came to us with a second class lower 2-2 in her undergraduate degree. You understand? But she possessed over 3 years of experience in data operation and performance marketing. So she had it. Hmm? But she on her own has assumed that these top European universities and scholarship would not give her any chance. So she believed that they will not give her any chance. Okay. So, but we told her that we are going to work with you. Okay. So you will give us chance to work with you. And we drew our framework around her case. Yes, the challenge we had is that her transcripts did not meet the baseline of 3.5 stroke 40 GPA requirement for standard merit scholarship. It didn't get there. It couldn't avail her that. You understand? So we told her, relax, relax, relax. So let's do something about it. So we overhauled her resume, okay, into an impact first single column ATS layout. That was what we did to her work, to her CV. We overhauled it completely into impact first single column ATS layout. Yeah, we now framed her daily work tasks, place tasks as a scalable assets management. Are you seeing what we are doing with her documents? So we also rewrote her statement of purpose using grit and growth framework. Yes, we rewrote her statement of purpose. We explained it that her early undergraduate grades as was a learning curve. It was a learning curve for her, and we also proved that her current technical mastery using data-driven uh, workplace milestone was current. You understand? We pivoted the whole scenario like this. You understand? Mm. That was what we did with our SOP. Yes, we rewrote it with a grit and growth framework. So, and at the end of the day, having showcased her industrial experience. Remember, I told you she had 3 years of experience in data operation and performance marketing, and she had her portfolio to attest to that, and so many things she has done with the company. So we used it curve, as a curve to our means. So she secured a fully funded scholarship on Erasmus Joint Masters Scholarship in Europe. She secured it, and she was given a stipend of 1,400 euro per month. Okay, are you seeing me? All right. So it went off and came back. So that's the problem. So that was how we secured a Rasmondo scholarship for Amara. And she was glad she worked with us because she had so many prejudice, over the whole process when she came. But we told her that she relax, that we'll be able to handle it. And as God will have it, we were able to handle this case for her. Okay, let's answer this question before we move ahead. I hope you are having fun. Yes, I'm feeling you with live cases, and you see how we are working. You understand? You see how we pivot, navigate, take a curve, bend, and all that, and arrive at something. Yes, that's what professionals do. That's what compliance specialists do. Yes, and our staffs are all compliance staff. Yes, they are all specialists in this field. They will be able to calm down, look at what is the problem, and and fix a solution for it. Yes, it's very important to do that because while the local agents play rigid, we play flexible. Yes, we play flexible to achieve what we are supposed to achieve. So, it's asking, do I need IELTS or TOEFL to win a worldwide scholarship? Do I need IELTS to win a worldwide scholarship? Okay, not always, but having it would drastically expand your options. Yes, having it will drastically expand your options. Many UK and European universities accept official letter from your undergraduate institutions. Yeah, they accept letters from your undergraduate institution, your MOI. If you were taught in English, your MOI will 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 tell the review committee that you were you were taught in English. Your MOI was entirely in English. So the letter, an official letter, please remember, an official letter from your undergraduate institution. Yes, yeah, except you are not your MOI is not in English. If it's not in English, please, you need to take your IELTS. Is that okay? You have to take your IELTS. Yes, to be able to pass the requirements. To be able to pass the requirements. So it's up to you now. It's up to you. So thank you. So we'll answer the last question. Okay, while we go back to case study. Can I apply for these fully funded global scholarships if I have an HND or second class lower? Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Programs like Chevening and DAD scholarship, they prioritize professional impact. As I told you before, you understand, they prioritize professional impact. It's just like um the other day I was explaining that if you have two people, one fresh from university, the other with a working an industrial experience, and you're about to give an academic research to these two. You understand? The other one has been in an official setting, has had industrial experience, whereby he has worked with clients. You understand? He has worked with clients. Maybe they work with these clients, and uh, uh, they lost the clients along the way because of one or two decisions they made. You understand? He has known and seen. It's a valuable experience. It's a valuable experience that cannot be bought with money. You can't read about it. You are seeing it live. He has seen how he and his team operated, and they lost the clients. It should be a blow to them. And okay, on the other hand, maybe they worked with another client and they gained even more contracts for the company. You understand? More cooperation for the company because of single or one or two things, decisions they must have made. You understand? That is a life experience we are talking about. It's not a theory read experience. So you give these two people a research to do. I'm still answering your question, okay? Yeah, you give two people a research to do. Who do you think will give more results? The person with industrial experience or the person that's fresh from college? Of course, the person with industrial experience is going to do well. You understand? Because he has life experience that's as invaluable. You understand? He has an invaluable experience. You understand? He has seen his life. He has seen it live. He has walked through it. You understand? And that's why some of these scholarships, they are tailored towards industrial experience more than a perfect GPA. You understand? So for you to be able to bag this fully funded scholarship, you understand, the secret is knowing how to translate your career achievements into academic value metrics. You understand? So you would need a professional to highlight all those things for you. So what we do it. That's why we are here. Yes, that's why we are here. Yes, we are here to show you the route to arrange all these opportunities. So that's the question. The second question uh online now. So okay, there's another question that is dropping here. Let's handle it too. Then we'll do a few more case studies. Yes, yes, yes. People are key. People are important. Uh, yeah, you answer their questions. So, yeah, can I use a family friend or a distant relative as my financial sponsor for my student visa? Can I use a family friend or a distant relative as my financial sponsor for my student visa? Okay. Yes. If you joined us from earlier enough, you would have heard me complain about these major visa traps, from large sum, minimum amounts, and um, fluctuating, or going to print documents right after. So this distant relative stuff is also a trap, is a visa trap But if you don't have any other means, doesn't mean you will not do. Okay, you will do. Oh. So if your sponsor is not a parent, legal guardian, or spouse, yes, the immigration officer will like uh it will start questioning why a third party is willing to spend thousands of dollars on, yeah, willing to spend thousands of dollars on your education. Yeah, and be willing to know why someone will spend that money. So you must use an extended, sorry, if you if you have to, if you have to use an extended relative, you understand, you will need a flawless, legally binding sponsorship narrative. A flawless, legally binding narrative. That's an affidavit of sponsorship. You will need that in your profiles for your visa booking. You would need that. So we provide means of advisory framework around that. So I don't know if I answered your question. You will need that, as in you will need an you will need a flawless, legally binding sponsorship narrative. Yes, you will need that to be able to use a distant relation or a distant person as your financial sponsor. So I don't know if I got to you. If I didn't get you, if you didn't get much from what I said, you can send us more messages. We'll be able to expand and explain better. We'll be able to expand and explain better. So thank you. Thank you, my people. Yes, if you're just joining us, if you're just joining us, this is premium package for study abroad and scholarships. So we we sorry. So we evaluate your profile. We evaluate and optimize your profile to your visa prep. It's an end-to-end package. That is what we do. We evaluate your profile up to your visa prep. You understand? We take care of all your documents. You understand? We optimize, we arrange them with a professional hand so that you don't go and enter all those compliance traps that are here and there. Yes, in the application with your visa. I wouldn't want you to gain admission. At the end of the day, visa will mess up the whole travel. So if you have your admission letter, you can still get back to us. We'll be able to help you evaluate your documents before you go for your visa booking. You understand? We will be able to handle all these things for you. Yes, we'll be able to handle these things for you. So I don't want you to depend on on yourself on a DIY, do it yourself process. You understand? At a point, don't assume and bag yourself visa ban. At the point you are not clear, the best thing you will do is get in touch with a professional and we can help you the way you want us to help you. Yes, we will help you the way you want us to help you. But if I tell you a single truth, It is better we do end-to-end package with you so that you can do this thing once and for all without keep wasting a lot of money with application fees, visa fees, and all that. You understand? Whatever you are going to pay for a package is not up to what you are going to pay for visa, for application fee that will get lost. It's not up to that. So why would you risk it? Why would you risk whatever? You understand? So it's not worth doing. Yes, where you can still find professional help and get everything done right. You understand? So avail yourself the opportunity, and I hope that you will cooperate with us. So there are so many um there are so many this thing that's still coming, question that's still coming. I don't know. Are you there with us? You are welcome to this program. Please comment flights so that I know you are here with me. You are pushing with me. Yes, you're pushing with me. Okay. Yes. Another question says, if I am applying for a fully funded global scholarship like Erasmus or Chevening, what is the exact formula for writing an essay that actually wins the funding? If I'm applying for a fully funded global scholarship like Erasmus or Chevening, what is the exact formula for writing an essay that actually wins the funding? Okay. All right, let us answer this critically. Yes, you need to put your ears down or get a recording device or a pen to write it down, because I'm going to mention 3 bullet points that will need to be in that essay. Yes, your scholarship essay. I have 3 points that must be there, because a lot of people, they write their scholarship essay like a sub story, uh, or a high school diary entry. That is how they write their scholarship essay. But the review committee is not going to award thousands of dollars, award it based on pity. Okay, they are going to award it based on RIO, return on investment. Did that click? Did that click? Yeah, the review committee, they're not ready to award thousands of dollars um on based on pity. Never. They are not going to award it based on pity. They are going to award it based on RIO. You understand? So if you are hoping that your sub story is going to get it won't. That is the clear truth. So let us talk about the 3 points that needs to be in that scholarship essay. Okay, one is the local problem your country is facing, a development problem, an economic problem, or operational challenge your your home country is facing. Are you getting me? So that is the problem you have to write down first. Then when you are done with that, you will move to the academic solution. Those modules, specific modules in your MBA, in your MBA program, how exactly will it equip you? How exactly will it equip you with the technical skills to solve that exact problem we just wrote down in the first bullet point? Are you getting me? So, how will those specific modules in your MBA help you to solve the problem we have mentioned earlier? So you have to write that one down. That is the second bullet point. So the third bullet point is, what is your immediate 5-year plan? What is your immediate 5-year plan when you return home? Hmm? Well, who will you work with? How will you work? You understand? How will you deploy that international knowledge to create measurable local change? You understand? How are you going to use the knowledge you have gathered to create a measurable local change? You understand? So these are the 3 points that will need to be in that scholarship essay before it can fly. It's not some sob story, some pitiful story. Nobody will award thousands of dollars to that. Is that clear? Nobody's going to do that. So if you think it's something you can't do, we are here for you. That is why we created a premium package. Yes, that's why we created premium package. And without these things, it will be hard for you to back those scholarships. Yeah. So our essay strikes highlights all these things. Yes. The our if we start evaluating and tithing your document, you find out that the document you have at the end of the day will contain these 3 points. So that is how we do it. Mm? So of course, that is what a fully funded scholarship opportunity can be won. So avail yourself that opportunity. Okay. All right. So let's check other case studies here with us and see how we can go through them. Okay. There's a case of Tunde. There's a case of Tunde. Yeah, he graduated with national diploma, HND in lower credits. Yes, he graduated with um lower credits. Yes, and when he was looking for means of studying his masters abroad, he met with a lot of local agents. They were repeatedly telling him that he has to do a costly 1 to 2 years pre-masters or PhD program first. This was what they kept telling him. So Tunde was like, he doesn't even have the money to do all these things, let alone afford an extra transitional program. So when he came to us, he told us plain that he doesn't have the money for any transitional program. So we told him it's not a must. He said, okay, let us show him what we have. We told him, okay, let's walk around and look at all your documents. By the time we are done, we set up a support solution for him. So it's a fact he doesn't need a transitional program. He wanted a direct entry route with a high chance of visa success. A direct route with a high chance of visa success. So instead of traditional rigid destinations that will reject his lower credit, hmm, our team matched him with specific universities in the United Kingdom and Germany. You understand? That was what we did, and these schools will they officially recognize a standard HND as a direct equivalent of a British bachelor's degree. They are they view it as equivalent of British bachelor's degree for a direct postgraduate entry. Yes, and that we did, not forgetting that we had to bring in his 4 years experience. Yes, we brought in his 4 years experience because the scholarship we are looking for was also tailored towards industrial experience. So we made sure we brought in his 4 years experience. We overhauled his documents, restructured it, yeah, placed those 4 years of postgraduate professional experience at the very top. Yeah, at the very top. We did that. So we formatted it to prove he already possessed the technical mastery required for advanced academic research. Did you see that? So we pivoted and positioned him well. Yeah, yes. Positioning is very good. Not just the great, positioning and knowing when to leave rigid destinations is just a matter of knowing how to go about uh, these documents. You understand? And it's so good if we have somebody flexible, a client that is sorry, a client that is flexible. You understand? It makes the work easier. We'll be able to find what will work. You understand? We'll be able to find what will work for the client. So if you're having the same uh, HND scenario, don't let people talk you into not going straight for your master's degree. Never. Never allow them to tell you that the secret is not in your diploma layout. Though. It's not in your diploma layout. It's finding institutions that run a holistic review process. Yes, you find institutions that will run this holistic review process where your workplace metrics carry equal weight to a university degree. So our framework helps you to map out all the schools. Remember, I told you we do school matching. Have you forgotten? Yes, we do school matching and get all these things down. So, my people, it's been warm talking to you all. It's been warm um, discussing scholarship. By next week, I want you to always be here with us live stream because we are going to mention some scholarships, some hidden scholarships that you may not know exist. Yes, I'm not going to bring up um all those ones that are you can see everywhere on study portals and everywhere around university portals. I'm going to bring those ones that are hidden. You understand? So that we can appreciate it together. Yes, all those ones that are open to international students mainly. We talk about the deadline. We talk about the deadline. We talk about uh, so many of these things inside. We discuss them all. You understand the requirements, everything that you may be needing, to secure the scholarship. So I'll bring them on screen. Yes, and I wish you'll be around. You'll be able to find out for yourself uh, all those scholarships. And I hope you work with us so that not just finding the scholarship, we'll be able to arrange your documents, evaluate your profile, visa prep, so that you can be on your way to international stage. So thank you so much for spending time with us this evening. I'm glad to have you. Yeah, this is Ziggy on screen with you for Via Drive. Thank you so much.